experience.
Last year we saw Dakota Ditcheva become a star in the PFL. Do you believe you're on that same path to become a star by winning this tournament? And is that a fight you would want against her in the future?
Ano passado, a PFL viu a Dakota Ditcheva se transformar em estrela aqui na companhia, ganhando o GP de 2024. Você se vê na mesma trajetória e, caso sim, viu uma potencial luta contra ela no futuro?
Ah, claro que sim. Acredito que cada luta é uma luta, toda luta ela é imprevisível. A gente nunca sabe o que vai acontecer numa luta. Mas procuro sempre no meus treinos me dedicar ao máximo, dar o melhor de mim e sempre me procurar treinar o máximo pro que daí vier. Se for acontecer, que seja feita a vontade de Deus. Vamos lá. Vamos pra guerra.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like this is a fight that's brewing, but that said, in this world, in this industry, you can't really plan much. Things just happen, and every fight's a different fight. So if it happens, I'll be ready.
Dana just sent a brutal message to Dakota Ditcheva. And trust me, this is a fight nobody saw coming. The undefeated jungle fight champion just dropped a bombshell. She's ready to step into cage with PFL's golden girl, the Barbie assassin herself. Her words? Straight up savage. Dana didn't mince words, declaring, "This fight is brewing in this sport. You can't plan much, but I'll be ready if it happens." That's not a polite call-out. It's a declaration of war. Dana didn't come to PFL just to compete. She came to shake the division, test the supposedly unbeatable 15-0 Dakota Ditcheva, and take her shine.
Elora Dana with 12 seconds left.
Elora Dana is no ordinary fighter. She's undefeated, having dominated Jungle Fight, Brazil's toughest proving ground, before signing with the PFL for the 2025 Women's Flyweight Tournament. This is a woman who finishes fights, has never tasted defeat, and now has her eyes locked firmly on Dakota Ditcheva. The scary part? Nobody really knows her ceiling. Elora Dana might just be the most dangerous dark horse in women's MMA right now.
Rips to the body by Ditcheva. Right back. Oh, she's in trouble. She's in big trouble. Potentially, she's hammering away. Referee was looking closely at Lisa Malden. Looked for a moment like she was going to be finished. But no twin in this woman. Another knee to the midsection. Left hand coming down from the top. Malden kicking away. Stop. Fight. Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. Malden more body shots. This one's there you go. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the body work that really did it. The body work, the variety, the high, the low, and her range.
Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight Champion and face of the promotion, sit at 15-0 with a highlight reel full of knockouts, earning praise from Dana White as the future of women's MMA. But now she faces a dangerous challenger in Elora Dana, an undefeated jungle fight champion who has never tasted defeat and is openly calling her out, vowing to ruin the hype. For Dakota, this fight means protecting her perfect record and proving she's the real deal. For Elora, it's the chance to shock the world and steal her shine. And for PFL, it's both a dream and a nightmare, as their golden girl risks everything against a dark horse who could derail years of promotion. This isn't just a fight. It's golden girl versus invader, hype versus hunger, spotlight versus shadows. And when Elora Dana says, "I'll be ready, I'm coming for Dakota," it's not confidence, it's a warning. So here's the million-dollar question. Will Elora Dana be the woman who finally breaks Dakota Ditcheva's hype, or will Dakota once again prove why she's the most feared prospect in women's MMA? One thing is certain. If this fight happens, it won't just be another matchup. It will go down as one of the most controversial showdowns in PFL history.
Show the best version of me, and one always says, you never show 5% of what you're capable of.
Watch this. Boom! Right on the jawline. That was a big game changer right there.
I just want to go in there and show the best version of myself. When he says, "You've never shown even 5% of what you're capable of. Watch this." Boom! Right on the jawline. That moment was a game changer for Leah McCourt.
By TKO or KO, I will tell you the KO. I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable. And there it is. Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Jessica beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it. First round finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences.
Leah McCourt just dropped a bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva, firing a savage threat at the undefeated powerhouse. I'll break everyone, and I'll kill Dakota Ditcheva. This isn't just a call-out. It's an Irish war cry against the most feared woman in the PFL, and maybe the entire fight game. Make no mistake, McCourt isn't some random trash talker chasing headlines. She's Bellator's Irish queen, a legit featherweight contender who has faced the likes of Sinead Kavanagh and Diana Silva. With an 8-3 record and dangerous grappling skills, she's been hunting for a career-defining fight. And when she looks at Dakota, she doesn't see fear. She sees her dream matchup. But here's the kicker. McCourt didn't just show respect. She poured gasoline on the fire by vowing to end Dakota's hype before it ever reaches UFC gold.
Yeah, I think that's a great fight to happen. I think she's called for it, the fans called for it. You can see it across Twitter with saying, like, one of the dream fights they want to see is White House with South Dakota. And that's a huge bucket list item to like fight in front of the president in the White House. Like, who would want to do that? And I think that Dakota and I both have the skill of being excited to bring it to showcase everything that they want to see and make up.
On the other side stands Dakota Ditcheva, undefeated at 15-0 with 10 savage finishes, known for the coldest Muay Thai knees in women's MMA. Fans call her the violent Cinderella. PFL calls her the future face of the sport, and UFC insiders are already drooling over her debut. But every time Dakota dominates, her list of enemies grows. Chris Cyborg, Valentina Shevchenko, Amanda Nunes, and now Leah McCourt wants a piece too. The hype has made Dakota a target, and McCourt is ready to take her shot. At first, she showed respect, calling Dakota one of the baddest fighters in the world. But then she flipped the script and dropped a bombshell. I'll break everyone and I'll kill Dakota Ditcheva. Respect gone, this just turned into pure violence. This isn't about chasing a payday. It's about an Irish veteran standing in front of the sport's biggest rising star and saying, I'll be the one to end your story. Dakota is being groomed as the next Valentina, the next Nunes, the next face of women's MMA, untouched and unchallenged. But Leah, the underdog grinder who's been written off more than once, is putting her entire name on the line to try and bury Dakota's hype. It's the ultimate striker versus grappler war. Dakota with lethal finishing instincts, Leah with a ground game she believes is the silver bullet to expose her. If it happens, this fight is do or die for both. Dakota fighting to keep her undefeated rise alive on the road to UFC superstardom. Leah fighting for the biggest win of her career. One that could flip her from underdog to headliner overnight. But if she fails, she'll just be another name on Dakota's kill list. So the question is simple. Will Leah McCourt shock the world and kill the hype of Dakota Ditcheva? Or will Dakota do what she always does? Send her opponent to the Shadow Realm? One thing's certain, this rivalry just got personal.
I think I'm going to pick my next opponent, probably.
Liz Carmouche just dropped a bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva. Fresh off her 2025 PFL tournament victory, the veteran pioneer isn't looking for easy fights. She's coming straight for the monster. In her own words, she's ready to break Dakota's hype train. Standing tall after a tournament win, Liz Carmouche didn't hesitate. She called out the undefeated violent Cinderella herself, Dakota Ditcheva. This is the fight fans want. This is the matchup the PFL needs. And this is where I'll prove no hype is unstoppable. She declared, that a bombshell because Dakota looks untouchable. Destroy opponents with Anderson Silva, level knees and Amanda Nunes, style violence. Nobody has survived. Not even Valentina Shevchenko, who admitted Dakota ended her career. For Liz, a 40-year-old pioneer, former UFC title challenger, Bellator champion, and now PFL tournament winner, to step forward and say, I'll break the hype, is either insanity or legendary bravery. On one side stands Carmouche, the veteran survivor who's fought killers her entire career. On the other, Ditcheva, the unbeaten nightmare, leaving bodies behind in one round. It's the ultimate clash of generations, old guard versus new monster. Liz didn't just call this fight out. She called it necessary, insisting the PFL women's flyweight division doesn't need filler fights or mismatches. It needs the most violent, meaningful fight they can book. Carmouche versus Ditcheva. And the stakes are terrifying. If Liz loses, she hands her legacy over to Dakota on a silver platter, but if she wins, she becomes the first woman to derail the hype train and prove Dakota isn't invincible. Either way, careers change forever, and the UFC is watching closely. With Amanda Nunes retired, Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko at a stalemate, and Dakota slaughtering opponents in PFL, this fight could reshape women's MMA. Liz Carmouche has dropped a bombshell. She wants Dakota Ditcheva, and she says she'll break the hype. The only question is this the bravest call out of her career or the beginning of her destruction? Because when you step into the cage with Dakota Ditcheva, nobody survives. Liz Carmouche just dropped a bombshell at PFL World Tournament 9. Fresh off her brutal TKO win, the 41-year-old veteran grabbed the mic and called out none other than Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated golden girl of the PFL, and demanded the league open a brand new women's bantamweight division so she can headline a super fight against her at 135 pounds. This came right after Carmouche went to war with Gina Bishop, surviving multiple submission scares before cracking her with a vicious counter left hook in round 3, dropping her like a stone, and finishing with ground and pound to claim the 2025 PFL Women's Flyweight Tournament title and a $500,000 prize check. Now riding a 3-fight win streak and boasting a 12-1 record since leaving the UFC, the former title challenger and last ever Bellator flyweight champion has proven she's still adding belts to her resume at 41 years old. But it wasn't a knockout that shook the MMA world. It was a call-out. Carmouche wants PFL to build a new division, and she wants Dakota Ditcheva as her first fight.
Asserting some dominance on this round, in my opinion. Oh, Bishop's in bed. Liz Carmouche pounds out a world tournament victory.